Hello and welcome to the Brick Freaks. Today with a Technic set of Reobrix or from Reobrix. Model number is 22018, 2466 pieces. It's a 6 building steps backhoe loader. I don't know. Is this a backhoe loader or has this another name? Because we have tires, we have a loader and here an excavator. So I don't know. We have the possibility to control it via RC or with the phone. I don't use the phone, so I can only show you the RC. Adventures of the bag. He has a lot of functions, I can tell you. He has a lot of functions. Okay, 6 building steps. Around 11 to 12 hours nearly to build this here. And now you see 5 takes of the assembly. Then you see some takes of the functions, because I do it in English and German, so I only have to record the functions one time. I do it this way with music. And then I tell you if this set is worth its money or if it's garbage or it is in between. Have fun with the few takes. So in front of me is, after 2 hours of hard work, building step 1. Yes, 1. And it's only this here, this axle is the big one here. Then the turntable is there. So we have 2 L motors already inserted. We have a differential already inserted. And here we have the possibility to switch the orange switches to get here the gearbox working. I don't know what is. I really after 2 hours I was really, oh man, I did it, and oh man, it was not easy. What great experience. It's totally integrated, not much space inside, and if it works we will see later on. Oh, step 2 brought us another motor. These are for driving, I believe. This L motor there is for all the functions. The servo, or not for all the functions, but for parts. The servo motor here obviously steers here very directly. You see it's connected really directly here to there. So never seen this in such a way, but there are a lot of techniques I haven't seen before. It's a really entertaining build, and when everything goes off, it's a really awesome set and well designed so far. I'm really curious if everything is working, because yeah, I'm cautious after all the disappointments in the last years, but we will see. We brought the seat with joystick and trackball, steering wheel not connected, another 2 possibilities to control this vehicle here. Yes, okay. 3 is waiting. So this is building step 3, and we got the mud guards, we got overall stabilization, we got here the side panels. We get our first actuator out of 7. Yes, 7 are in the set. Then we got our first pillars to move out and get the thing stabilized for excavation work. Yes, really well designed, well made. Makes a lot of fun to assemble. It's clever. When everything is working, this is a really good set. When everything's working, this is really good, because instructions are good. It makes a lot of fun to build. And like I said, when all the functions are working, great work, designer, great work. So, building step 4 is done. Brought us here the back excavator. 3 actuators, 2 motors. The 2 M motors have different cable length, so be sure to put with the longer cable here and the other here, because I didn't, and I have to change it. Yeah, 2 minutes was no problem. You can easy access. If you don't do it if you forget it like me. And here the battery box is connected. That is building step 5, but I want to show you. It's very tight here, so the cables go between the box and the Technic beam. It's very tight. I hope everything will fit together later on. And so this is, each motor has a color in the instruction, but you have no stickers with color. So make your own stickers that you know which motor has which function. So if not, you need some time to figure out which motor is doing what. So this excavator is not a small one, really not. Building step 4 is done, and yes, this is not a small set, really not, really not. Okay, building step 5 brought us here the cover of the accu box, the front of the car, of the loader, and brought us here the big one and four more actuators. A funny thing is, these are forwarded or extensioned. You see this? This is the normal one, and here they got an extension. Okay. Yeah, really, really still such an enjoyable and great set. But like I thought, you have to be really, really careful with assembly of building step 1. The gearbox, that's the heart of the set. If you mess up with the gearbox, nothing will work really well here. So be aware that the gearbox of building step 1 is really working well. So I left the seat out because with this here, with this axle, you shift the gears or the gearbox and you shift between all the functions. But with the seat, it didn't shift so good as when I put a bigger gear here. So that's the reason you don't see the seat. Okay, last building step is not much. It's only covering here so that the driver is not getting wet when it's raining. But we are pretty through the set. And I can tell you, I checked, all functions are working. You've seen the takes of the assembly, you've seen the takes of the functions with some music. Okay, so now let's go through. One reason I showed you not the functions now where I'm talking and show it to you now, I make the video, that was only the box. I make the videos in German and English, and it makes the videos longer, and perhaps after the German the battery is done, so I make the functions mostly separate. Okay. 11 to 12 hours, 168 pages, the 6 building steps, the mechanical backhoe loader, model number 22018. So it's okay. The instructions are pretty good. It shows you here, take care, be careful. The new parts have a red outline. The old parts are not desaturated or great, but no problem really. No mistakes, pretty good instructions. Stickers. This is a playset for children, in my opinion, for adults too, but I believe children will have their fun with this here. And so I would sticker it. They are looking good. And the yellow, okay, it's much too dark, but the same problem like all companies have. Normally you have the seat here and you tilt the seat. I don't like it, so I changed it for the video with a gear. Length and so on. Like I said, it's not easy. We have around 80 centimeters at the moment. When I extend the excavator, it's more. If I bring this here down, it's more. So the length depends. The height at the moment, we have 26. 24 with the red knot, and the width is 19. So, but the length depends and the height on the position of the arms. Okay, we have a 6-way analog RC and a 6-way accu box underneath here. So, okay, you've seen the functions, and I showed you all functions, but the driving and steering, there the set was up. Why was the set up? Why don't I show you the driving? There are two reasons. The first is the quality of the pieces. Everything works fine. All functions are working, no problem. Yeah? But driving, I have a problem with the gearbox. And the problem is if I drive a meter, 2, sometimes 5 seconds, sometimes 30 seconds. Through the vibration of the motor, the part that goes into the red gear and connects the red gear, that part is moving backward and we are coming into neutral. That's the reason I didn't show you driving, because I didn't know how far I will get. 5 centimeters, 50 centimeters, 5 meters. So it depends really. Everything's working fine, the whole gearbox, and everything connects, but with driving, the vibration brings it back to neutral. I can't change it. I don't know. Another thing is, where do I have it? Oh, do them throw them away? Okay, I believe I throw them away. I had 2 gears. Wow. Yes, totally destructed. And 1 gear was for the function here. And no, 1 gear was in the gearbox. It was for this function, or no, for this function, for lower this here. And I was too low and I heard the sound and oh fuck. It totally destroyed. And it is not easy to change a gear in the gearbox here after you have it totally assembled. So I was too long on the button and this here was totally down, and so the torque was too high and destroyed the gear. I could change it. Next gear was here. The small ones, the absolutely small one, the gray ones. It disrupted, destroyed totally while driving. And that's the reason I put the set up. Yeah? Because the weight of the set and how it's done with the driving together with this gearbox, I don't know. It made and the gear was gone. Okay, so there are 6 of these small gears, 4 in the gearbox and 2 on each side here of the tires. So I would change these 6 gears to Lego or Mold King gears so you have no problems. Yeah, because I never had 2 gears totally destroyed in one test session. It happened, but I don't know. I don't know. And I would perhaps change the red gears and the part that moves into the red gear. You know what I mean, in the gearboxes. Perhaps change this to Molking or Lego. Perhaps then it's not vibrating and go back to neutral. Because the rest of the functions are really good working, no problem at all. You have to take care of the actuators, that you don't extend them too long or put them in too long. I had a problem with these here. They stuck because I pushed them in too much. This here was totally down, the gear disrupted and was destroyed, and the actuators were so much in they didn't come out. I have to disconnect here and move them manually, and I hear a click, and after the click they are moving again. So be careful, and if you go you bring this into child's hands to play, take 5 minutes to explain to the child to be careful with the actuators. That's everything. And the designer, this here is a mock. Link is in the instruction. This set is available from Molking. It's 17036, but the Molking version has 2 battery boxes, and this here has a gearbox and only 1 battery box. So I prefer this here, because 2 battery boxes, it's always a bummer to change the channels and everything. So better 1 battery box and the gearbox, and everything is working smooth. Like I said, driving a little bit too much pressure. The vibration, I don't know, but the rest is working smoothly, as smooth you have seen. One thing I have never seen here, actuator in 2 parts. That's the lower part, and then we extend it up to here and to get the actuator working. That's a cool idea. I have never seen this, that somebody does this in this way. That's a really cool idea. The rest of the solutions, how it's built, nothing special. Nothing special. Really well made. It was a totally entertaining build. I was really, really in it. And I can really give this here a thumb up. Not 2 thumbs because of the gearbox and the driving, but I can give 1 thumb up because all the functions are working. You have to be a little bit careful with the gearbox. You have easy access here to the cable management and to load. Fine. Well designed, clever design with the gearbox. That's not easy. So I really love it. I like the color. I like the shape. I love that we have so many functions and all of the functions are really working well. Driving, okay, but the rest. And to be honest, a child will not drive with this much. It will use the loader and the excavator more. So perhaps you don't have to change the parts of the gearbox when it's going to neutral. You push 1 left, 1 right, it goes back in again, and then it drives again. And after a few meters, okay. The pillars here have enough power to lift the whole thing up, so that's well done. Perhaps, are we in this? No. Yeah, you see. It really has enough power. Okay. Well, nothing more to say. If you have any questions, write it in the comments. Next set, oh man, that's from Backhoe, a 14,000 pieces modular museum. 14,000 people. 14,000 pieces. I don't know what's going on with my brain today. 14,000 pieces, the biggest set I had always here on the table, and the biggest set on the channel. I hope it's good and I hope you will enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this set here. It's really gorgeous. And thank you for your time. Bye bye.